Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Bravely Default walkthrough. So we are here in the kingdom of Caldila, or Caldisla, gosh I always say that wrong. And we do need to head up to the throne room. I checked here at with the oh yeah, that's right. Um, the little tutorial quest, but I don't think I can do any of or either of the two that we've got right now. Maybe we can do the update the data, but the other one, the net invites, I don't think I can actually do with this with the emulator. So I did buy the last two black magic spells there. Obviously, I didn't have you know, what is it? Was it Blizzard and Thunder? And it is important to grab those.
The kingdom of Caldisla owes you all a vast debt. I thank you from my heart of hearts. You, more than anyone, 'tis. A nightmare was visited upon you and your home, and still you rose up to defend ours. I'm certain your feats have earned Owen a peaceful rest. If you are willing, I would gladly see you take up his sword. Will you continue to keep this land safe, son?
You honor me, Your Highness, but I cannot accept. I've promised Agnes that I'll join her on her journey.
Caldisla shall be poorer for losing you. Know that you will ever have a home here. The Eternian airship is yours to use as you will. Take it with my blessing. There's not a man in the kingdom able to pilot it anyway. I leave the matter of that horrible chasm to you. I have faith you'll see it unmade. May the crystals keep you in your journey.
Okay, so at this point we're gonna head out to the world map because we're ready to go jump in the airship, which is it seems like they've done a pretty good job of unfortunately blocking off like the well, much of the like exploration, right? Like we're pretty much stuck, only going to really one place next, which is pretty common for RPGs. But here I just wanted to check like some of the I don't know. I think I've got everything that I need. Really, it was buying the magic spells there, the Blizzard and Thunder. That's really important before we continue on. But yeah, I think we're good. So we're gonna head out here and we'll head on down to the airship. Okay, let's head on over to the airship.
Seems I've found a reason to come along. Now, my ladies, all you need do is simply speak the word, and I shall whisk you off to the very ends of existence.
And you're really sure that wasn't just a fluke before?
Rest assured, my dear, I never fail to properly escort a lady.
Agnes, will you tell us why they were chasing you?
The Sky Knights are a branch of the Eternian forces. The Duchy of Eternia has put forth an agenda of anti-crystalism.
Anti-crystalism?
A new way of thinking, based upon the idea of a society no longer dependent upon the crystals. It brands the crystal orthodoxy as a heretic faith, and the Vestals its minions. It was the philosophy I was raised upon. When the chasm appeared, every one of the Eternian forces was given the order to capture the Vestals. They said the Vestals and the crystals they tend were the sinkhole's cause.
That's not possible! Agnes has been fighting this whole time to fix what happened to Norende.
I know. I'm sorry. You've nothing to apologize for.
All of this paints the duchy in a suspicious light, don't you think? Perhaps they know more of the chasm's true cause than they let on.
I cannot imagine we've seen the last of them. If any of you wish to go, do it now. I'll not blame you.
I'm staying with you. I just told the king as much.
I'm in as well. I need to see for myself whether my people are right or wrong.
And playing escort is my job. I'll not cede it to anyone.
If none of you will listen to reason... This is so exciting, Agnes! You're finally headed back to the Wind Crystal side! Yes, to Anshine, the land of sand and time, and to the Temple of Wind.
Anshine, the land of sand and time? What's it like there?
Like an oasis in a vast desert beyond the sea. We make southeast of here.
Okay, southeast. All right, so the echelon. I don't. Yeah, echelon. I don't know. Press the A button to switch between sailing and flying. That said, you probably want to steer clear of the oceans in their rotted state. When sailing, a port or sandy shore is needed to dock. It's inconvenient, but that's life, I'm afraid. Okay. Alright, so we've got party chat here about Anshine. So Agnes, refresh my memory amnesia joke, by the way. Which way to Anshine? Yes, it's southeast. So will this course serve or southeast, please? My dear, I'm afraid I've no recollection to go by. I need reliable directions, or what should I do? The innkeep said southeast and nothing more. I think I see what happened. Ring a bell, she means it's southeast of Caldila, specifically, or Caldisla. Aye aye, oh Agnes, just what sort of place is Anshine? It's covered in a vast desert and hot as though it were always midsummer. Wow, that sounds like the complete opposite of where I was born. Because there's all sorts of places out there. Is this your first time leaving Caldisla then, tis? It is. What about you, Edia? Me? I was former Sky Knight. I've flown all over the world. What have you seen? Oh, lots of places. Eternia, Caldisla. You're barely any better than me. The world is vast, my friends. There are countries of perpetual summer, others of winter. Verdant lands rich in water, entire kingdoms built on volcanoes, nations hidden in forests. That sounds amazing. Or so I'd imagine. I've no memory, remember. What? You're just guessing? Ha 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 ha. The world is vast. Keep that vague and you're sure to be right. Yeah, that's one way to do it. Alright, here's another one. Anshine's Gourmand. Is anyone else hungry? Honest, what sort of food is Anshine known for? Oh, I'm afraid I so rarely left the temple I couldn't say. When I passed through on my way to Caldisla, it was as a fugitive. Well, just tell us about what you have eaten then. I seem to recall a great deal of Anshine's cuisine being spicy. One bite and I felt as though I were spewing flames. I broke into a full-body sweat. That sounds pretty intense. Leave it to a desert people to develop a taste for searing heat. I'm sure their women are no less fiery and... Oh, what about sweets? Any cakes and things? Nearly forgotten, I had the most curious delicacy in a port on the inner sea. Yes, it was ice cream that stretched. Huh? Stretchy ice cream? That sounds so weird, I can't wait. Get ready, weird, stretchy ice cream. Idea's coming for you. Full speed ahead. Temperament. Fiery in temperament. Okay. Alright, I'm going to actually pull up the... or make the map a little bit bigger here. So let's change the layout back to side by side. I don't think we can really do anything else. I guess I didn't really explore the world map much, but like we're also not flying very high, so we can't really get around these mountains and stuff. And yeah, I think I don't know. I just think that they design the world map as they usually do in video games, right? To not be, you know, really make it viable to explore much or have it do much good, right? But let's just check out this spot up here. Oh, well, there's a. Oops. Yeah, I don't think I can land here though. It's not letting me. But yeah, that looks like a dock right there. But I just, yeah. So my guess is later on, we'll be able to land here. You know, they've described the sea as being rotten, which, you know, seems a little weird, but yeah, here now we can land here because this looks like this area isn't as, you know, well, whatever. I guess it's not rotten here, but there isn't really any. I'm not seeing any docks, right? So, yeah, not much we can do. Not much we can do about that. There's like a lake that we can actually land in here. Kind of curious what's over here though. Oh, this is a lake, but it's like an invisible wall. Like, why? That's really lame. Yeah, it's like cloudy or something here. If you notice, there's a dock there too. So my guess is that's another. Well, that might be a. No, maybe that's not a dock. No, that's not a dock. It looked like one, but I don't think that is. But yeah, they really don't they don't really want you exploring a whole lot here. So, all right. Anyways, this is the spot where we need to be. So we're gonna land here. Sit and stay are tricks for dogs. That's cute. They are tricks for dogs. That's true.
We've arrived in Ansheim. Still no wind.
Are these desert places normally supposed to be windy?
When they're the site of the wind crystal they are, this stillness shouldn't be possible. The wind carried all manner of blessings to this land in days past. It was the kingdom's lifeblood.
I see. All the more reason to hurry then. Which way to the temple?
From here we need only head... we ought to make for... which way is it? Ignore anything she says. Anya's Reese is getting lost to an art form.
I'm impressed you made it to Count Disla.
Just a moment. My journal details much of Ansheim's topography. A clockwork metropolis, nestled in Harina's sandy bosom. Here, time, above all, is sacred. A massive timepiece crowns the kingdom, fueled as all of Ansheim by the ceaseless currents originating from the Temple of Wind to the south.
Quite thorough, isn't it? Sounds as if you've been here before. Perhaps that book of yours is a travel diary?
I do seem possessed of a certain wanderlust. The normal sort as well. Ooh, perhaps I'll find a train of ex-lovers here among the sands.
Let's be off. We make south.
Okay.
All present, Lord Marshal. Save the usual two, at least.
No matter. Let's begin.
I trust word has reached you from Kaldisla. The Knights of the Eternian Sky have fallen to the Vestal.
I'd not thought the girl so bloodthirsty as all that.
It appears she surrounded herself with capable guards. What's more, it pains me to say it, but Idia's whereabouts have been lost amid the chaos.
That is no concern of yours. Do not confuse personal matters with your assigned task, Alternus.
My apologies, Lord Marshal.
Not only did the Sky Knights fail, they've given the Vestal wings. Why they didn't simply kill the child, I'll never know.
Keenly insightful as ever, Victoria. Yet I fear we've need of the Vestal alive.
Have we, Victor? Ah, no matter then. If she fled by air, it's a simple matter to track her. She makes for Anshine by necessity.
And to the Temple of Wind. Anshine does face upon the Floorshine Sea.
Of course. Most of the world's seas have gone putrid, but the inner sea remains navigable. That would offer the airship a berth. But what does she aim to do there? Why return to the crystal now? It smells of some sinister plot.
Anshine was the province of the Cammer and Profiteur merchantry. What say you, Lord Marshal?
We haven't the leisure of chasing the Vestal across the globe and back. We need her in custody now. Tell the merchantry to employ any means they must.
Okay. Net friend invites. Control racking up street passes. Net friend invites are just the thing. With it, you can connect to the internet and find new guests to aid you. Just ask your local adventurer to help you out once a day. What a guy. Invite net friends with update data. We cannot use that because I am playing on an emulator. Let's check here. I want to make sure that my encounter rate is, yeah, all the way down. I actually don't really want to fight here. I want to just get to the town and kind of be done with it. So the battles out here can be a little bit difficult depending on, you know, how leveled you are. So if you're struggling, probably not a bad idea to you know, crank them down. Yeah, let's head in.
Apprehensive Vestal by any means necessary. Seems the Council of Six is growing desperate.
Those were their words. I've relayed them to you. My contract states I'm to receive payment for my troubles from you.
Then your contract is mistaken. I've heard nothing of the sort. Bah, fine. You'll have your fee. But I am taking a small discount. Only fair as a regular customer, eh?
If you must.
Still, this Vestal is quite the little monster, no? To have this Sky Knight so undone. If the margin is high enough, I would tackle a behemoth bare-handed. But until I see a profit, I'll not move an inch. Business is business, yes?
Alright, I already like that guy. Business is business, yes. Okay. Alright, maybe I'll avoid the impressions. Alright, so we've got a party chat here. Anshine, land of sand and time. We're expected to find such a clockwork wonder in the middle of a desert. Yeah, it's great, but this heat, ugh, I feel gross. The heat has always allayed by, or was always allayed by a steady breeze, but now the wind has stopped, the air is stagnant. What about the water? Is that contraption drawing up drinking water? I believe so. I recall hearing it was quite costly last I was here. Well, it's an impressive machine. Wait, you mean the water? Indeed, I was surprised to learn water came free in Kaldisla. Always known it as something to be bought, but you can imagine my delight. More importantly, Anyas, what of the women here? Are they beautiful, passionate, devoted? Or would you suggest for a date spot? I'll need a list of good restaurants, if you please. Unacceptable. Everything is so unacceptable here. Chime fan for its giant clock and windmill. Alright, so here's the inn. I'm going to save here. Play your first real journey. Good, there's no point if it stops being fun. True. Let's just see here. Yeah, so I've done a ton of work in the village, so that's why I've got a lot of stuff unlocked here. I'm not gonna buy anything quite yet, but yeah, quite a bit is unlocked here. So let's see, what's this spot here? Okay, this is the item shop. Nothing. I don't think there's anything new there. Looks like we've got. I thought that there was something. Yeah. Magic shop. Let's see. So new weapons, for sure. Yeah, that's a new long sword. Dagger. New shield. New helmets. So this one raises M attack. Let's see here. Oh no. Here's a robe that boosts M attack as well. Let's see here. Raise HP, nullifies poison, nullifies blind. So here's the 2 good accessories. We're gonna be dealing with a lot of enemies that use poison, so star pendants are probably pretty good. Although there's also a worm that's cruising around outside that can cast blind on everybody too. So this one is a pretty decent one as well. I question which one is better though, because even when you're blind, like blinding actually does really reduce your damage. It seemed to reduce not only damage but also makes you miss more. I don't know if something else that was happening with those worms out there that's reducing that. But anyways, regardless, for sure it makes you miss a lot more. So that's going to be pretty important for your physical characters. So all right, let's head up. Allegedly, there's something. Yeah, looks like it's right here. Here's an ether, and here's the magic shop. Here we're getting into the rank 2 stuff. So here's the rank 2 white magic spells. Protect is probably pretty good. Shell might not be so bad either. Arrow, I guess maybe that's okay. I mean, I'll buy all of this stuff eventually, but yeah, and then silence, poison, sleep, and then here's I think this is a time magic. I don't think we can cast this stuff yet because we don't have the right class, I believe. Yeah, that's rank 1. And you notice here these spells have 2s by them. That means you have to be, you have to have white magic rank 2 to get these spells. And then this is black magic rank 2 to get these ones. So I'll buy protect for right now. Unfortunately, I don't have any more money, so we'll have to do some farming.
Silence, one and all! Your king, Kamar the Eighth, speaks!
My people, I thank you for your tireless efforts. As you are well aware, our glorious nation's production has suffered a harsh fall since the wind's cessation brought the Grand Mill to a halt. Without nature's former bounty, our turbines went completely still. They sit as silent as the desert night. In the wake of this crisis, you rose up and took matters literally in hand, operating the turbines manually. I, your king, lack words to thank you for your hard work. However, I am much aggrieved to say that energy production is less than 1/5 its former total. At this rate, our proud kingdom, renowned for its unparalleled industry, is doomed to ineluctable decline. I find myself without recourse but to revisit my prior fiat regarding the schedule of all able-bodied citizens. Henceforth, labor shall commence at 0900 hours and will extend beyond the current 1659 until 2059, effective immediately.
What? We're flesh and blood. We need rest.
In so doing, turbine output is expected to rise to 30% of its former value before the wind ceased output of...
Your Majesty! Your Majesty! Grave news!
What? The Vestal? Be calm, my children. I know your pain all too well. My heart bleeds just as yours. But I ask that you join me in remembering the cause of our woes. The Crystal Orthodoxy and the Vestal's indolence. Therein lies the true cause of the wind's absence. And what has the Great Vestal done since the air went still? What did she do in the face of your suffering? She abandoned you, fled the country to save herself alone. In this, Ansheim's first and direst hour of need, the Vestal we loved and trusted is powerless or unwilling to help. Though it pains me deeply to tell you of these things, I cannot deny this simple truth. What resolution can be brought about to this terrible crisis? The Crystal Orthodoxy is naught but a hollow creed. What result have years of worship at the altar of the Crystal brought us? Once more I say it. It is by our own hands that we shall push this glorious kingdom ever forward. Onward to still greater glory!
There! Just now, that leer. That was aimed at us.
Seems that little speech was for your benefit, Agnes.
It's slander is what it is. That creep's giving you no chance at all to defend yourself.
Agnes.
Alright, let's do this party chat here. Agnes's angst. You seem on edge during that whole speech. You don't have to bottle it all in. I'm no expert, but I'm happy to listen. I cannot deny that the people of Ansheim are dissatisfied with my work as Vestal. I have no intention of making excuses. But she didn't run away either, right? The king asked me directly. He said that terrible things were happening in Kaldisla and asked that I investigate. Yet now he paints an entirely different picture. I cannot understand his need to lie. Does he bear me some grudge? Have I done him some slight? Do you regret listening to him in the first place? No, I do not regret my time in Kaldisla. Seeing that chasm firsthand showed me precisely what it is I must do. And you met Tiz there too. That's hardly. Glad you came and saw the chasm too. You've shown me a path forward. Because it is the person who is needed by someone else. What's this? What are we talking about? Nothing, it's nothing. Then why are you hiding it? Come on, don't leave me out. I want to know. Unacceptable to me and to Tiz, right, Tiz? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Alright. Let's head in here.
Agnes oblige, Vestal of Wind. His Majesty bids you come.
Alrighty. Did you know shields boost evasion as well as defense when equipped? You did, right? It helps keep the enemy's successful hit count to a minimum, sparing you a hefty amount of damage. Indeed.
I see you've returned, Vestal. Why then did you not come to me for an audience immediately? I was dreadfully worried, you know. I'd begun to think you'd fallen victim to some terrible accident. So, what of the Kaldislan Castle?
I fear it was worse even than your Majesty had imagined.
So tell me, Was it worse than the state of your own nation? Are you even aware of the situation here?
The wind remains still.
And the Grand Mill be calm. I'm pleased to see you're not totally ignorant. The turbines that form the heart of this kingdom, the greatest symbols of her wisdom, now turn my hand. The hands of our citizens, compulsory labor service. Our survival hinges now upon their sacrifice. And even that will not last forever. We need that mill turning again soon. Not by our citizens' hands, but by the wind. And whose job is it to see that the wind blows, if not the Vestals? I can think of no other value you provide, save anyway. Will you now end the suffering your negligence has caused to this land? To its people? Or is that beyond your abilities? Perhaps you would sooner run again. Turn away from the plight of your people.
If that is all His Majesty wished to say, I'll be on my way. I haven't the time to waste here.
What? I'll not be spoken to like this! Just whose fault do you think this mess is, girl?
That could have gone better. Not that I blame you for getting mad.
Mad? I felt no anger. Only fear. The king frightens me.
His tone was far from pleasant, but he didn't seem dangerous.
The people who had come to hear him speak frighten me the same. Everyone in this city, they see me only as the Vestal, not a human being. I don't know how to speak to them. Just thinking on it sets my legs to trembling.
That explains the tense look you've worn since we landed here.
Personally, I felt amazing after that little conversation. Did you see his face? It was purple. I nearly laughed out loud.
I tuned him out about halfway through his speech myself. I never did have much attention span for listening to men go off. Now women.
In any case, we'd best hurry to the temple. It's all that I can do.
Okay, so here's the tutorial on sub-scenarios. So notice a blue mark on your map on the bottom screen. Head there to advance a sub-scenario. Sub-scenarios are your chance to see another side of the asterisk bearers. Follow their stories and lay claim to their asterisks to unlock powerful new jobs. Alright, let's check party chat again. What's this temple? So what is this temple like exactly? I have no idea what to expect. It is a holy place that has been a center of worship for millennia. To each crystal is wed a Vestal who spends her lifetime in steady prayer. Vestalings, girls chosen as successors to the Vestals, go to live in the temples. They leave its premises only very rarely. And so, to a Vestal, the temple is also a home. Flower garden with no boys allowed. Be quiet, ring a bell. So you were inside the temple ever since you became a Vestaling. It's quite rare to leave, save for a few public rites each year. Does that mean you were all alone? Wasn't that hard? So I'm alone, no. The Mother Vestal, my predecessor, raised me to serve in her place. And there were the acolytes. They would go into town and purchase all we needed. But you left for this journey. I guess that's proof it's important. No, even so, I had never intended to leave the temple. Never intended any of this. Alright, let's head back inside here. I think we've got a Phoenix down right there. Okay. And we'll head back out here. Gonna go. Oh yeah, we're going a bit long on this one. That's alright. I want to finish all the stuff in the city before we leave. So there's. high potion there. Wells under the management of the Commer and Profiteur Merchantry. Authorized personnel, unauthorized withdrawal of well water is a prosecutable offense. If you want a free drink, go to the Oasis. Okay. Oops, that's the way out. So here's the teleport stone. And then here's the gold hourglass. Now, we're going to talk to this guy, and this will start our subquest.
Ah, good day! I believe this is our first meeting, yes? Erutis Profiteur, chairman of the Camel and Profiteur Merchantry, at your service. How kind of you to pay me this visit. Now, what is it you are needing today? We are the only purveyor of water licensed by the king himself, and we take pride in our product. No effort is spared in providing the cleanest, freshest water possible. The results are clear. Water humor, yes?
Water humor indeed.
But I have lost the time again. I have appointments waiting, my friends. Let us speak again soon. Guard! Our honored guests are leaving. See they are seen out. Have a refreshing day.
More water humor. Alright. Very refreshing day. Let's see here. Oh, weird. Huh. Alright, yeah, it looks like that's everything in town. Oh, wait. No, now we need to do this stuff. Alright, so let's inspect the fountain.
Feeling parched. Can we stop for a drink of water?
You, stop. This well is property of the Cammer and Profiteur Merchantry. Unauthorized withdrawals are strictly prohibited.
Withdrawals? There are people out here going thirsty.
No, there are peasants going thirsty. If you want a free drink so badly, go join the other rabble at the Oasis.
Okay. So now we need to go out to the Oasis. I'm gonna go out here to the world map, and then we're gonna cut this one. Yes. So. All right. Anyways, that is all the time I've got for this one. As always, hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.